In this tutorial, we're going to show you how to create a virtual data room from your Google Drive using Orangedox. First thing you want to do is go to orangedox.com and hit Get Started. Next thing you do is choose in if you want to sign in with Google Drive or Dropbox. In this case, we'll use our Google Drive, and this will sync Orangedox with our Google Drive. Next thing we want to do is select our apps, which is our data room app, and then hit the new room. Our first prompt is the Google or the data room label. The label is used for an internal reference and also for your customers to understand what the room is about. In this case, we'll name it RMRL data room test, or else our demo company. Next thing we want to do is choose a Google Drive folder. This folder is going to be synced with your Orangedox room, meaning that any content within the folder itself, including subfolders and all the files, will be automatically visible within your Orangedox data room. No need to upload files to Orangedox. We simply will pull them dynamically from your Google Drive. This also means that any changes you make to your Google Drive folder will automatically be reflected on your Orangedox data room. Once you've chosen a folder, we can go ahead and hit Next. The first of three options is whether or not we want to allow downloading. So do we want the files to be downloaded from our virtual data room? Or do we want users to only read the files on our data room application? And this ensures that if we disable downloading, that it helps prevent the documents from being proliferated with other people that we don't want them to see. So someone downloading the file and then emailing to somebody else. We also support a whole variety of different types of files to preview within your room. These include things like PDF, Google Docs, slides, sheets, also files like video, audio, and text files. You can get a full list of supported files right here. In this case, we're going to go ahead and disable downloading. The next thing we want to do is choose an auto expiry option. We typically do recommend you use auto expiry, and this means that after a certain period of time, all of your participants will have their access revoked to the room. So this ensures that your room is not going to be out there in the wild forever, that all that access gets cleaned up. You can have that set as low as 15 days up to a year of time. So it depends on really how long you want the room to be around for. And the third one is how many devices do you want each participant to have access to this particular room. With Orangedox, we do things a little bit differently. We do not have a username and password for your participants of the room. Instead, we send them a link, and that allows them to enable a particular one of their devices to have access to your room. In this case, we can have 1 up to 5 different devices. A device is things like your phone or a laptop. So say, for instance, a particular user might open the link on their phone, and if they decide, to confirm that device, then their phone will then have access to that room indefinitely, or in this case, for the 3 months. We'll go ahead and choose one device for now. The next thing to do is choose the email address that we want to send it to. So we'll choose Chad, and we'll choose demo as the 2. We can go ahead and add these later as well, so you don't have to add everyone at once. You can also upload up to 500 participants at a time, so you can even upload that as a CSV file as well. And the next that we can choose how we want to deliver this particular data or access. Do we want to automatically send an access email? And this will an automated email that Orangedox will send on your behalf with the details of the room and how to get access. Or you can choose to manually send that email if you want a more personalized email. And this will give you a link for each participant that you can send to them. In this case, we'll choose automated, so you can go ahead and see what that email will look like. The next screen shows us that we've sent now the access to 2 different individuals or participants, and we have the ability to enable disable access right away, just in case we maybe made a mistake. Also, as you can see later, if, say for instance, that user like Chad had opened the data room on his phone, and he was like, oop, I actually really wanted to have that on my laptop, you can then go ahead and resend access again, and they can go ahead and open on a new device. And this enables you to add sort of like more devices later on if need be, if you've only, say, chosen 1 or 2 devices for your initial access. Let's go ahead and look at that email that was sent from Orangedox. So this is the email that our participant will receive from Orangedox. It includes a few key pieces of information. Number 1 is your name. So your name will be attached to this email. In this case, it's Orangedox demo, as well as your email address. And this helps to provide some sort of trust level. So the person who sees the email is not thinking this is spam, this is actually sent by someone they do know. And then they can go ahead and hit the access button. In doing so, this will provide them a prompt to confirm whether or not they actually want to have access on this particular device. I'm opening right on a laptop right now. If I decide to confirm this device, I will then be able to open this data room on this device for the 90 days that we have the auto expiry set to. And this ensures that, maybe I open up my phone and I really do want to review this particular room on my phone. I want to review it on my laptop. I can go ahead and do that when I get back to my desk. When the participant gets access to the room, they will have, see, this is sort of what it looked like. You have a logo, which would be, set to your logo, your color scheme, as well as a list of files that were in the particular room. This list of files is actually synced, again, directly with your Google Drive folder. And when you click on a particular file, so this PDF, the user can then read it right within the browser here. And this is one of those previewable PDFs that we can allow you to be able to view within the browser. And by keeping it here in the browser also lets us be able to gather some interesting metrics on what your participants are doing with each of these documents. So we're recording not only the times it was open, but also how much time was spent on each page of this particular document. Going back to this being single Google Drive, I'll sort of show you the actual source folder here. So we see we have four files, a video, and 3 different pieces of material, as well as a couple of them folders of content. And that is, again, reflected automatically within your Orangedox room. No need again to upload those files. It's seamlessly synced. That means that anytime you might want to add copies, say for instance you have more signed copies that you're adding there all the time, simply add them to your Google Drive, and within a minute or two, it'll automatically pop up within your Orangedox data room. If we go back to Orangedox, we go again back to our data room app and hit refresh. We'll see that there is a variety of different metrics that have come through on your particular data room. First thing we'll see is that the 1 out of 2 people have actually opened the room, and we see there's been 1 preview in total of the documents within the room, and the last time it was accessed. Clicking that, we can see exactly who looked at the documents, so we can see that the demo account, or demo Orangedox account, opened the room, and we can look specifically at which documents they looked at it by clicking on the metrics. We'll see that they've opened the venture contact list, and we can see exactly what pages they viewed and for how long. We can also see exactly what day they opened it, and right down to what hour. And that gives you some metrics on exactly what people are doing with your data room. If you want to go ahead and change access or add or remove access to particular participants, simply click on the title of the room, and that will give you a list of all the people with access. You can go ahead and enter more people in here and add more people to the room, or you can enable disable access on each particular account. And by doing so, we automatically, it's automatically synced with your room, so they'll have no access immediately to that. You can also resend access. And then again, as I said before, you can resend access to ensure that if somebody opened up the room and they only have 1 device to open it with, that maybe they want to have a second one, you can go ahead and resend them a new email, and that will then give them another device to open it, where they can open it. And that should hopefully give you an example of, or an overview of what, how to use Orangedox data rooms.